Upwarding Nerdigans, this is the one and only Packer Girl 89, and today's Manga Nerdigan live reaction video is going to be for Goblin Slayer side story chapters 58 through 59. So the last time I covered this manga, and I covered a lot of content the last time I covered this manga, Goblin Slayer was taking his promotional exam, and it's been a very interesting journey for this, especially with it's only him and the person from HQ. But anyway, let's get to chapter 58 first, see what's in store for us today. This feels oddly familiar. An ordinary, unremarkable village off the main roads, with its inhabitants struggling just to survive. It rarely sees visits from the likes of adventurers. I don't think I've ever visited a place quite like this, and yet I can't shake the sense that I've been here before. They have no proof that these visiting adventurers aren't in fact bandits or thieves. No wonder they're wary. Now I see why my sister always warned me not to go near adventurers. Something wrong? No, just that we weren't called here for a quest. I was wondering who we can talk to and how. A solo porcelain a solo porcelain or obsidian who drifts into town is no more than a ruffian in their eyes, after all. Would asking for aid here impact my test? Though it's possible I already failed the test long ago. No. Will you help? But of course. Sir, my apologies for bothering you, but might I ask you something? Sure. Allow me to introduce myself. I work for the Adventurers Guild. I would never be able to pull that off. Yeah, you can't use the power of thirst like she can. Or utilize the power of thirst like she can. You want the chief? Right in that house over yonder. Smoke, cooking dinner, perhaps? A scene from the past, one I'll never see again. Always thinking of his sister. Did it go well? Indeed. People usually trust the likes of knights, nobles, and clerics, even regardless of their guild rank. You can make use of that. I see. It doesn't seem relevant in my case. Well, you are wearing a suit of armor, so... but that's not what I should be thinking about now. There's just one thing to do. How much longer? I hear children playing. Just a little more. Come on, let me try instead. Be nice, you two. Someone else is calling out to them from that house. Mom, I'm hungry. I know it's almost ready. From every house. What do you mean to do? Isn't that clear? All we can do is kill goblins or not kill goblins. Goblins do not frighten us, nor are they all that unusual. If one or two make trouble on the edge of town, we chase them away. We can't handle that much on our own. Still young to be chief. Damn, he is. Dude, he is cute. Only just barely an adult, but eyes with the composure of someone much older. Well, if you're dealing with goblins, it kind of has to be. Here. Thank you. My thanks. Careful, it's still hot. If you ask me, a fireball spell is a great deal scarier than some goblins. However, the ruckus and trouble they bring in their wake, now that's scary. I agree. I once lied about my age and went off to war with my friends. Oh. And that leg is your badge of honor? I took an arrow to the knee. Oof, that hurt. My bad luck, perhaps. You could call it a blessing, though. I still can't say for sure which it was. I bet that wound is what made him chief. Yeah, probably. Returned soldiers aren't unusual, but nor are those whose homes have been burned. In this endless battle between order and chaos, villages disappear and appear once more. To make one's name through valor, then claim the chieftainship as rightful reward. Yes, that's one way to do it. True. Fucked up way to do it, but I knew that there was a nest near the village. Knew we'd have to take care of it someday, but there were only 10 of them, give or take. I didn't think it was urgent. Dude, you better take care of it now before it gets worse. But now, you're telling me they're gathering here? That's right. That's right. I can't believe it. There are goblins riding wolves. I can't believe it. There are goblins riding wolves all over this area, and their tracks lead here. They may be messengers ferrying goblins from this nest to other areas. It is a distinct possibility, at least. I wish you wouldn't get your hopes up for that. I once fought goblins on the open field, though they were disorganized foot soldiers. No pitched battles, never again. Well said. We have young men in this village. They won't cower in the face of a few goblins. Now then, this adventurer here has proclaimed his intent to fight goblins, quest or no quest, but end of story. We found the goblins, that's all that matters. Not quite. The Adventurers Guild is obliged to ask your opinion on the matter, Chief. You mean how do we plan to handle this? Will you be needing this? You've been very considerate because we have guests. Once you walk out the door, all that care goes out the window. How many goblins do you think there are? Rather, how many have you spotted around the village? Close to 10, I would say. And that changes things. We've never actually seen 10 at once. Just a handful wandering around the outskirts. They didn't do any real damage. That's why I assume no more than 10. We should take that to mean their numbers have absurdly grown beyond that point. Boy, I read your reports. You have dealt with nests of this size before, yes? Is she asking for a strategy? Is this a test too? We could lure them into the village and cut off their escape or attack them head on, but absolutely not. You are here to protect this village, not put it in danger. Once it was my only choice. No, there's always a better way. I simply failed to think of it then. At that time, we are talking about this time. In any case, I don't want to meet them in open battle. It's just that I heard from someone that you're supposed to offer up even opinions others might not agree with. Yes, that is true. You are quite right, boy. I'm too caught up in every minor hint she seems to give. There are more important things right now. At the moment, I'm not facing goblins, and this is not a goblin nest. In which case, but we can't come up with a better plan without a good sense of their numbers and the location of their nest. It sounds like you have an idea where their nest is. Ooh, okay. That makes things easier. There are woods near the village. It's deep inside them. Everyone knows where it is, so we can make sure to stay away from it. I think you'd call it a limestone cave. It's chaotic inside. Get lost and you might never find your way out. Fine by us. It will be a chance to test your mapping skills. I'm being treated like a child and I don't like it, but resenting her for it is exactly what a child would do. I'd be pissed too. Don't treat me like a child. I'm not your kid. You're supposed to be testing me, not babysitting me. I don't know if I actually want to be treated as a proper adventurer either. You mean it's oh, poor Goblin Slayer. You mean it's large? More like lots of places to spring an ambush, I think. Guess that in itself rules out a pitched battle. Yeah, no way. I agree. Too much trouble. It's awful. Meat shields, magic, riders, though when it comes down to it, the human or goblin wave is their only real strategy. Goblin wave? I don't know that expression. Sending in soldiers one after another always sounds wise, but it really only amounts to dividing your forces. There are, of course, times when that is effective, but I see, so that's what it means. I don't know why she chose not to I don't know why she chose not to point out my ignorance. It does avoid humiliating me. Wait, that's not the only thing he said I wasn't aware of. Meat shields. What are those? In a word, hostages. They take boards meant to propel arrows and bind people to them. Ah, hostages. Yeah. Death would be a mercy, is what some barbaric types say anyway, but that's just big talk. I agree. I never thought of myself as being all that far above anyone. The fact that I haven't ended up rotting in some goblin nest is only thanks to the luck of the dice. Always has been, always will be. Rather than simply agreeing, perhaps you could try to rescue them? I'm sure the guild will be most grateful. True enough, is it not just the proctor, but even the chief testing me? That doesn't matter. Let's go to the nest then. Darkness has already fallen, but if we leave now, we'll reach it by daylight. A better time to attack than at high noon. What? First, I advise we write down what we discussed and formally submit it to the Adventurers Guild as a quest. I suppose you'll be wanting a reward then. Is that needed? Naturally. Followers of the trade god compare the movement of money to the flow of blood, and bureaucrats hold paperwork in the same regard. Oh, red tape. Things do not simply organize themselves into tidy little arrangements without someone speaking up and doing something about it. Is that how it works? Fuck you, red tape. I assume you realize we don't use many coins in this village. Even so, such is the system, you can at least do this much. Fuck the system. Fuck this system. Very good. Just like when she produced the chain, it emerges from her sleeve and disappears back inside. I have no idea how she does it. It's magic. Just like the red tape is magic. She could make it all disappear. I will affix my signature as well. Take it to the nearest guild office and it will be processed promptly. Thank you kindly for that. May I ask you one thing, though? What? Yes, what is it? What brings a guild employee and an adventurer out hunting goblins together? It's for a promotion exam. Yeah, let's get to chapter 59. Hey, it's safe. Great. Having a scout in tow for an expedition always aids my peace of mind. You said it. Yay, we're back to this crew. Find the source of those earthquakes. That sure is easier said than done, huh? So it seems. Earthquakes are often said to be caused by creatures that feed on stone. Rock eaters, huh? Oh, God. However, quakes of such massive scale that they shake the entire region are unlikely to be the result of such a facile cause. But it's our job to find the answer, isn't it? Well, it is not as though we alone bear that burden. We have only been asked to thoroughly search this mine. Even if we find nothing at all, that information is valuable in its own right. In that case, why don't we simply turn back now and report that we didn't find anything? No problem with that now, is there? Dude, he's fucking ass. I'm not so sure about that. One mustn't fabricate reports. I think cheating is wrong. I think red tape is wrong. Fuck them, red tape. See, this is why red tape is shit. Because why the system is crap. Unless you have like a lie detecting spell on it or some shit. You're just total scum. You're just total scum, huh? That was what if? Naturally, I myself would never stoop to such a thing. Let us search every corner. Yeah, now you're talking. Most heartening indeed. Darn, there really wasn't anything after all. Nope. All this searching and nary a clue. But so be it. We will just have to report as much. Knew it. We should have just gone with my idea. There you go again. All right, ready to head out? For sure, indeed. I need to rest, yep. Well, we're all good. Not so good. An earthquake? It's a big one. Welcome to California. This is very bad. We have to get out of here. Ooh. Uh-oh. Whoa, it shattered the ground itself? We're falling. Oh, welcome to California. We've had them type of earthquakes. Yeah. Oh, God. I can hear her above me. And if those two voices are below me, the bottom must still be a ways off. Can't hear Teach, but he's probably fine. Okay, bigger problems. What now? What should I do? What's wrong? Uh-oh. The hell was that? Oof. Ouch, shit. It hurts, but I can still move. No serious injuries. How can that be after I fell for so long? Whoa, what is this stuff? Spider web? No, this ain't Spooderman. This ain't Spider-Man we're talking about here. This ain't no Tom Holland, Tobey Maguire, or Andrew Garfield. Oh, God, it ain't any of them. Wow, I heard martial artists could float to a soft landing no matter the height, but seeing it for real is something else. Damn, pins and needles. You all right? No, nuh-uh. She'll be fine, I think. How are, managing somehow, though she may have been going rather too quickly when she landed. Even the dragon that flies among the clouds cannot defy the force of gravity that seeks to drag it down to the forest below, goes the saying, I believe. Dude, that is a great saying. I'm gonna use that. Oh, you can't defy as much as Wicked wants to tell ya, as much as Elphaba wants to tell ya, you cannot defy gravity. Nah. God, I love Wicked. That musical is good. Screw your precious words of wisdom. Screw your precious words of wisdom. What if I died, Scout? I don't think elves could die. Don't you just sail to the west? Oh, what if I died? Great, we're all okay. Huh? This is turning into a bigger adventure than I'd expected. So the ground fell out from under us, right? Yeah, and just so we're clear, it's not like I missed some trap, okay? It was all the earthquake's fault. I hear you, just checking. Happened so fast, my own memory of it's gone. Can you stand? Pins and needles! But I'm alright, just a little tingly. Great. If anyone was injured, we'd have to treat them, and all I see above us is darkness, so resources are going to be precious since we don't know how or when we'll be able to get out of here. Huh? I can see them even though it's so dark. Our torch must have gone out in the fall. My vision has my vision adjusted? Look there. A faint light in the darkness. I think there's something there. Think there's something there? I believe I can feel a faint breeze. No point asking what our next move should be. Not a lot of other cards in our hand right now. Guess we better have a look. So that's what it is. Yes, I knew it. There's no way you have an idea what's going on. Well, it's not like being serious would get us out of this mess. All right, let's go. Watch your heads and your feet. Got it. It's not a cavern, but it's not ruins or a dungeon either. There's dirt and sometimes stone underfoot. It's flat but not completely smooth. No walls, and the ceiling's way up high. And it's shockingly large, whether it's natural or man-made. It's almost like we've been swallowed up into a void. At first I thought some spider monster might show up. We haven't seen any Spoodermen yet. We haven't seen Venom or Carnage either. But other than that web, there's been no signs of life down here. In fact, it feels new, like the earth was just recently dug out to make this space. It's eerie. Careful, the path cuts off ahead. Yikes! A cuff? Ooh. This art is gorgeous. Gorgeous art. Oh, I am being spoiled by the manga gods right now. Oh my god. A town? No, a whole city. It's got walls and streets, rows of houses and towers rising above them. There's even a palace. Looks like that street to the outside doesn't go anywhere. Doubt any of them do. It's as if it was plucked from somewhere else and dropped here. I don't think that Atlantis, because Atlantis is underwater. So, what is this? What the heck is this? Now is not the time to speak of. If the elves got no idea, I couldn't even try to guess. What about you, teacher? Well, there is much I do not know. I am but a humble fellow student myself. It could be an underground dwarven city, or perhaps, or the outskirts of the kingdom of the dark elves. Or perhaps it is something this world has never before laid eyes on. Dude, if this is the outskirts of the kingdom of the dark elves, I will lose my fucking shit. I really am kind of hoping it is the kingdom of the dark elves. I do. Yeah, if it is something this world has never laid eyes on before, okay, that's cool too. But God, I really hope this is the outskirts of the kingdom of the dark elves. Give me this. Anyway, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, what you guys think. And remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe to Nerdigans Inc. If you love what I'm doing and want to help keep this channel alive so I can keep bringing you more Goblin Slayer content, there's a few ways you could do that. You can donate to my Cash App, PayPal, Patreon, purchase something off my Amazon wishlist. All that is in the description box below. Also, make sure you follow me on Twitter, Twitch, Discord, friend me on PlayStation Network. That is in the description box below as well. Till next time, Nerdigans, I will be seeing you later. Bye.